Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerged from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Washington Redskins. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Set. Check 55, Mike. 20.
A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Three and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Michael Pilardi now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Fielded at the 33. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Redskins will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Watch the screen. Pass. Sit. Switch.
They'll go with Darius Geis, who missed all of 2018 with injury. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. This is Geis. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 12-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Second down, Haskins. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was a strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
3rd and 1.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Third down, here's Haskins. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. K-Ron Short able to record his 5th sack of the season. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to...
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
So the next time we leave one of those coaches' meetings and we're walking out in the hall and you're like, how come we spend so much time talking about special teams?
Here you go. This is why.
This is why, right? And then look, I'm right there with you. We hear it every time we meet with coaches, but it is a big part of it. And look at how early in the game this occurs. They block a kick, and not only does it set a tone, it sends a message for the rest of the game.
Yeah, so much for our first points of the game. McCaffrey looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
A big play there from McCaffrey. 44 yards. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Now Newton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Matthew Ioannidis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Sponge! Express!
Off play action. Newton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Geis with a carry on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. No score after 1 on EA Sports. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Out of the gun, Geis. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. They'll run for it. Geis. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards that time and a Washington first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Alert 3. He's coming. Double 3. Watch the eye.
On the ground, it's Geis. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Geis stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Well, the drive starts with a completion, left side. A gain of 6 there on first.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Newton. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Ready? Ready? Yo, 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 yo. Yo! Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that time.
20. 8.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he fields it cleanly. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. And this one complete to Reed. Now the ball comes loose. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Check, 59, 59. Who that? Kansas. Hey, switch gears. Shift. Go. You got that.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Back to the ground on 1st. It's Geis. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. From the 29, Haskins. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. On the ground, Geis. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis. Touchdown number 15 of the year, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Newton. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making...
It got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
To the air again, Newton. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. And he's got the hook up to Moore. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Newton. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 more there and another first down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
Here we go. Here we go.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 25 yards out. And the 10-year bet knocks it through the goalpost. So we've reached intermission here in a low-scoring game. 7-3 is our score. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. The Redskins in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Haskins. They'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins looking long. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Washington.
Touchdown.
Jordan Reed, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. And, you know, you and I praise tight ends in today's game a lot for being just like a bigger-bodied wide receiver. Boy, a play that long from that position, you just didn't used to see that as much.
No, you were really just counting on the tight end position to catch the football and get what they got on the catch. And now it's the run after the catch that makes them so dangerous. Hard to bring those big guys down when they get rolling.
Couldn't bring him down here. Got into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line.
Let's go.
16-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Newton. And he finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. Play action, it's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. To the right side, and he's got more complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. From the gun, here's Newton. And he will find his man. That's Hogan, complete. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. Newton now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. To throw is Newton. And he's going to find Hogan here, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down. 24 down.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. 12 more yards there and another first down.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Again, Newton to the goal line, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, but it'll be second and goal.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. Now it's Newton. Open man is Samuel, complete. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Throwing again is Newton. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They start on the ground with Geis. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Check, 6 man. Check girls.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
And we're pretty quiet.
From the 17, Haskins flushed out right. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It's a first down for the Redskins on a pickup of 11.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. On first down, it's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Haskins on first down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. To throw again on second down. Haskins. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Check tight.
Mike 5-4.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down, able to find his running back, Geis. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18. On on play action. Haskins, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Mario Addison in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Here's Geis. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
The one with the dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Hopkins' kick is no good. It's wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off a big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you...
And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. So a big play coming for the Panthers. They'll go for 2.
Check, check. Lucky. 20. Shift.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone for 2. And this game now tied here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Check hot route.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35.
A 7-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try and get it with Geis. And Geis is going to be stopped short as he did not get the push he needed. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
Here's Tressway now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and the Panthers will take over now 1st and 10. It's in the 4th quarter down in Miami. And an impressive display by the Eagles. They continue to pour it on, scoring again. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Watch it.
Great, great. 20.
Check 31. Check 31.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. So now they operate back from their side of the field here, 2nd and long.
Gun.
Newton to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jonathan Allen able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Quentin Dunbar right there on the coverage.
It's 4th down.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. This is taken around the 12. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
Let's see if they are in line with Charles Davis. They'll run with Geis. And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. McCaffrey on the counter. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Ready? Ready, 88. 80. Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Ready?
First throw in overtime for Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Ryan Kerrigan, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Fabian Moreau. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
I got you. Whip. Right here. Slam.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Now a run with Geis. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Now Haskins to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And that changes everything here in OT. Well, when you get that ball in OT, that's not the chance you envision, and the long field goal attempt here winds up lacking.
And you don't want to hang too much of this on your kicker, but he's going to leave you in a tough spot as well because you give your opponents excellent field position to start their first drive.
Set. 8. Great.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Second down 6 at the Redskins' 44-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Newton now to throw. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Here we go.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
At the 25-yard line.
Check 9.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. Now the timeout comes here in the waning seconds of this overtime as we could be set up at long last for a potential game winner. So it all comes down to the right foot of Graham Gano. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Panthers have won the football game. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance out field goals from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So for Carolina, their very slim playoff hopes get a boost as they move to 5-7. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Washington, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Lambeau to take on the Packers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.